Pretty B.
And I am the Love Bug. Welcome.
Welcome. Today we are going to do 21 questions with myself, Pretty B, and the Love Bug today.
Yes.
And we haven't seen each other's questions.
No. I didn't give you no sneak peek, no preview, no nothing.
So
all I'm saying is that for those of you that are really interested in getting to know Pretty B right now, stay tuned because I'm about to dig into it. I got some good questions.
She's digging. I know she's gonna dig. I have some cool questions too, I think. So let's jump into our vibe of the day. And so y'all know I always come with a song. Y'all know. I come with a song every time, and this just seemed right for the occasion today. So,
girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me?
It was only right that was my vibe of the day as far as songs go.
It's only right. Like, I love it. Right?
Only right. And I have a bunch of things like this is another vibe of mine today. I normally have love here. I have blessed here today because I feel very blessed amongst a lot of chaos today. I still feel very, very blessed and with much gratitude. And then I have candling. And
Go with the candling.
And my drinks with BK. Of course, I got this on every episode. I got a couple of my songs here. My Stallion I Want from Leo Movement.
Oh, it's a vibe.
It's a real vibe over here. And then my biggest vibe of the day, it gotta be the Love Bug. It's the Love Bug. I had to come 21 questions for the Love Bug. And so I had to get into my vibe of my Love Bug vibe today. So it's you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Love it. Okay. All right. I got two things making up my vibe right now, right?
Yes.
One is something that you always see in my background, and you probably be like, what the fuck is that right there in that corner? It's a bar of copper, right? So we know that copper conducts energy and electricity that's made within our bodies, and it's just my favorite. You see the copper bracelet? This is my favorite. This is a gift to me from one of my cousins who knows that I love the elements. I love the stones and the minerals from the earth.
It's beautiful.
It's very beautiful, isn't it? I love it.
Look, I'm like, I want one. Let me see closer.
It's copper.
So cute.
All right, and then my other vibe, I'm about to show it to y'all. Hopefully I could get this right because I didn't think the camera was too different. But my other vibe is gonna be Luna. Look, Luna. So
Luna on Organic as fuck talk. Go on, girl.
She likes it organic. She likes it organic as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So Luna is my great grand bunny. Right, I am the Love Bug farmer chick, and of course my daughter is an aspiring veterinarian. So we have like a house of 8. This is one of my great grand bunnies. She is a part of 2 of the bunnies.
Hi, Luna. This your auntie Pretty B, girl.
Hey, auntie. So number 1. All right, what is your favorite color, food, and number if you have one?
So that for me changes, but more than lately. I love bright colors. I've always been a bright color person, and sometimes it'll change. But right now, my favorite color is yellow. I'm very highly attracted to yellow right now. If you guys see my page, there's yellow background instead of white right now on some of my pictures. So I'm highly attracted to yellow just because of the positive and things that yellow represents. So it just, that's what I'm attracted. That's my favorite color right now. My favorite food in the non-vegan world prior, my favorite food was macaroni and cheese. I absolutely love macaroni and cheese. It's my favorite in the whole wide world. But,
pasta.
Yeah, pasta. You know that about me. But right now, where I am on my journey now, I would have to say like my favorite food right now is pineapple. I don't have a particular favorite number, but a lot of times if I'm going to grab a number, I'm going to just have to say 27.
Okay.
What is one thing that is important for people to know about you, especially for people that have a misconception of who you are and what you're about?
In general, right? The one thing that I want to clear up is a misconception that I think a lot of people have, like, especially as we go through like a mass awakening and, you know, everybody just kind of renewing their mind, and then there's a lot of like fuckery going on around us, and you know, one of the misconceptions that, and it's actually associated with me and LIL movement, right, and the crystals and the stones. A lot of people have like a whole other concept as to what the crystals and the stones are used for. They get into a lot of these botanicas who do different things. There's a lot of different shit going on. A lot of people see one thing and can form an opinion and get real closed off without having enough information. So I think the one thing that I like for people to know, and I probably don't say it too often, is that I came into dealing with the healing crystals and stones from taking a deep dive into the Bible and looking at why they're talking about the breastplate and I'm talking about amethyst and all of those other things. And I was like, well, what's an amethyst? You know, like, what does this do? So I started to pull it out. And so that's basically one of the things, because there has been some chatter around me in regards to me and my stones, and it's like one of the misconceptions that hurt my feelings and pissed me off at the same time, but at the same time also made me own my journey. Favorite TV show, movie, actor, or actress?
I have one of my favorites is Charmed. I love Charmed. You know that about me. That's one of my favorites. Old and new, and I watched the new one right now. I love HGTV. Queen of the South and Queen of the South and Queen Sugar right now. Them is like
that's your shit.
That's my shit right now. That's newly my shit. So yeah, like, and then favorite actor or actress, Angela Bassett. And then my favorite movie is Bats. What is your favorite song? And what is your favorite artist or artist, favorite songs or song?
Adore by Prince is my absolute favorite song. It has been my favorite song since I was adolescent. I don't know how long, however long it goes back. Whenever I first heard it, it's been my favorite song, and it just is of all time. And you know, I can go through other songs that I like for the moment, or if I hear it again, it's a classic. I could listen to it over and over again. But Adore is my favorite. And my favorite artist is Prince. Like, my favorite artist be like,
he absolutely loves Prince, y'all. She really does love Prince.
What is your earliest childhood memory?
I have a couple that's coming to mind, but one that comes to mind is how I have a scar over one of my eyes. A lot of people can't tell. And me and my cousin was putting a bike up the stairs in West Oakland. And we were pulling the bike up the stairs, and the end of the bike didn't have, you know, it was a ghetto bike. It didn't have a thing on there, and shoved it this way, and I was the length of the bike.
Oh, the
so my mom like freaked out. I was really small, you know, so by the grace of God, I closed my eye, so it didn't go through my eye. So I have a scar on top of my eye. What is one thing that you are proud of about yourself? Like, what is one thing that brings you joy about you that you're proud of?
My ability to constantly renew myself in everything and anything that I do. Shifting perception, filling in the rut, needing to renew my energy. That right there. Because I've had some moments in my life where I wasn't so great at it, and it was beating me up. The shit was kicking my ass, whatever it might be. And it could create, I would have blockages. I would have like energy delays, whatever you want to call them. And
Yeah.
I'm most proud of my ability to shift my energy and my comfort with self and self company. The ability to internalize and go within. That's what I'm most proud about with self. Last text message you sent.
Oh shit! Look, I got two phones. Off which one? I know which one you want it off of. I know
say
which
that
one
main
you
one.
want it off
I'm gonna
of.
say that main one. I'm gonna say that 925 one. That's
My
really
last message I sent was, I have to find a flight and a rental car.
Oh, that's boring. No, but okay, you're right. That's cool.
Where's the most exciting place you've had sex? Let's just jump into my question.
Oh, damn it. We just had a whole conversation about this stuff. No, I will say the beach, totally unplanned. And it was nighttime, looking at the stars, and you had like the random.
So it was a vibe.
Couple walking by. Yeah, you had the random. We just happened to just stop. I can't remember exactly what we were doing that day, but it was like, let's just go stop at the beach. Put a little extra blanket and sit down. Was not planning to do that. But I had this, as we were sitting there, it was romantic, it was cute, and we saw like one couple go by, they was holding hands and leaned into each other, and I was just like, well, I always wanted to do it on the beach, and, and then you have a couple of responsible thoughts that pass by, right? Well, if I get sand in my hair, I might get but what if somebody walks by, and what happens if we have another? The park is closed.
I'm trying to get a wingworm, trying to have sex.
Name your favorite rapper, your favorite singer, and your favorite song.
My favorite rapper of all time is Lil Wayne. Everyone knows that about me. My in the newer times, later, my second favorite rapper is Big Sean. I love his energy. And Briannah, they're my girls. Like, Riri, we need an album. I know you're getting tired of being asked that, but I'm one of them ones. Wait, song wise, it keeps coming to my mind. I don't listen to it often, but it's one of my favorite songs. And then Silver and Gold by Kirk Franklin and the Family. I think.
Ooh, who haven't done the praise dance to that now?
What is the most ridiculous rumor you've heard about yourself, if any?
I'm a witch, y'all.
That is the most ridiculous rumor ever.
I'm laughing right now, but it hasn't always been funny. Well, I probably laughed at first before I got mad and then laughed again. But no, like that was the most ridiculous rumor that I've heard, is that I'm a witch.
I agree.
Last person, you said I love you too.
If it wasn't my mom, it was my boo. How do you overcome fear?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have several methods. First and foremost, I ask myself, what is it about this situation that's giving me fear? And as of now, in this age, fear is usually around trying something new, making some changes. So usually I just question myself. I question, like, what is it about this that's scaring me? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have to sit with it in meditation so that I can see myself. And I've been doing a lot of this lately, actually. But that's one of them. Another one is I have this side of me that's like a fuck it, just do it. And it just kicks in. Because you know what? Oh, this is what it is. The thought. I start to process the thought of, you know how you feel like you should have did something and you didn't do it? Or having too many of those moments where, especially like with stuff you say, that's a light example. You know how sometimes you'd be like, I wish I would have said that, and you just got all the things to say later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Light example. But I usually think about what it's gonna feel like if I don't do it. What is it gonna feel like if I don't try? You know, what if it's, and this is assuming that this is a fear that's not like an intuitive no, right? Because some fears are intuitive no's, like, hey, you don't need to go there. It's Pretty B's favorite way to relax.
Besides the obvious, one of the obvious things, everybody know, of course, be friendly. Meditation in different forms. Meditation, it gets me through a lot. It aligns with prayer, you know, for me in whatever situation that if I want to give gratitude, you know, going into some form of meditation when I'm happy, sad, or mad, it always relaxes me. It always gives me an ease, and it just helps prepare me, and also helps me to see myself and reflect in different things like that. What does self-love mean to you?
Well, that was one of the things. Self-reflection and constant renewal. Favorite spiritual journey moment?
Learning my gifts and understanding and learning to go within, and learning that I have people along the journey like yourself. That is one of my very most favorite moments, and it's very intimate, so I'm not going to go in detail about it, but just being able to have someone along the journey with me. As a mother, what is a piece of advice or thought you would like to give other moms or moms to be?
The spirit that you decide to bring into this world is a whole ass spirit by itself. And I think you owe it to that spirit to allow them to express themselves and stay connected to their passion and their existence, as opposed to being so serious and strict about the mode that you want, right? Because that's an important part of parenting. We are molding and shaping individuals. But I think just don't forget that individual is a whole spirit that came here, that I always say that the Most High trusted you with. Like I always tell, from beginning of pregnancy to today, thank you, Most High, for trusting me with your child. What is your wildest fantasy right now?
Being on, vacation in your villa or whatever, and you just
okay, all right, location.
You out on the deck, out the country, out on the deck, just free shit. What are your thoughts about oral sex, giving and receiving?
I don't mind receiving oral sex. Okay, I could live without it, but I don't mind receiving it. And right. I like telling my adventurous story time where I was having oral sex randomly and it was fun. So
in the parking lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think it has its place, but if I had to live without it, I mean, I wouldn't think twice. I think it has its place though, right? And I'm laughing because I don't know where it comes from or whatever, but I was having this conversation and they were talking about girls who like to stand while receiving oral sex. And so I decided that I was going to put it on my bucket list because I've never done it. And it just seemed hella boss sweat. I was like, you got to have on your vacation hat or something. Like I just had like a whole quick moment and I was like, I'm putting that on the bucket list. Like I've never stood, but the conversation was getting into like alpha females. Anywho, off topic, and I don't want to do it just because I want to dominate or any of that bullshit for any of y'all little males that might be coming along with the shit. No, it's just that we were having a conversation. And I was like, I never stood. I don't even know if I could stand the whole time. Don't it seem like something that would break your knees? But I guess if guys could stand.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you feel most passionate about?
My journey, my awakening, my journey. And that leads to all the other things that I feel very passionate about with fitness, health, fashion, helping people, learning to build my entrepreneurship and business is different from the norm because everything I do is spiritually driven. What would you tell your 25-year-old self?
I wouldn't change anything, because sometimes I think about if I could tell myself this back then, like, it's a lot of stuff that would change the journey. But I wouldn't change it. So if I could tell myself anything, it would probably be to trust myself more.
The final question comes from Desi, our creative director and editor of Organic as Fuck Talk. And Desi's question was, what are we proud of about each other?
Well, I'll go first.
Go.
So Briannah, Danae, motherfucking Mariah Duarte. Okay, look. One of the things that I am most proud of, and in watching your journey as you have transitioned, is I've seen a lot of passions and components in your journey, right? Like I have always seen the heart to help other people. I don't care if it's job search, clothing, a hairdo, some conversation, you know what I mean? Like I have always seen a strong drive in you to help other people, especially women. And I've watched like your multiple passions come together, right? So like as we were going along our journey, right, you might be really passionate about hair or fashion or clothing and things like that. And it's like, it's not just the look of it, it has another side of it too. It's like, you go get your hair done, you feel better, your vibe is up there. You put on something nice, you feel better, your vibe is up there. So I've like watched all of your passions like come together and continue to grow. And I think that I'm very proud of that, like, because we have had multiple ventures and they all led to a story, right? But at the time we didn't know. So right. I'm proud of like your fearless effort of trying something, like I'm going to try it. I'm going to step out there and try it. And I'm going to do, I love that. I love that about you.
I'm so proud of your strength. Like, y'all don't even understand this lady's strength, but like, I've been there from so many different like transitions in your life, which have been there for me, multiple transitions, but strength and like you change your entire lifestyle and really go into these different modes of awakening and really staying focused and disciplined and being able to and love, your ability to love, like a lot of like that's why I laughed when like the whole the witch rumor and like really understanding and knowing, because like I think we both agree we help each other on our journey, but like people don't even understand like how much of the Bible we talk about, how much we talk about really behind things, and just your knowledge and your ability to research and love. Like it is just like your strength. I'm most proud of your strength and who you are, and you sticking to who you are, like no matter what. Like that's your journey, and just being there to be a mentor to others, on the journey, and to really just understand like, yeah, I'm just
everything that you've done, from food to from health, from everything. Like research. Like she is a researcher, y'all. Just y'all ability to understand and learn and continue to grow and understand.
Aw.